guys, so this is the DIY we're going to be doing today. We're going to recreate that. I know a couple of you have seen me post this on my page. I'm going to be doing this color today, so follow me on this journey and I'll show you how to get that. We need wool, dowel sticks. Usually they sell them in a pack of 10. Super glue, of course, a comb, you're gonna see why, and scissors. We're gonna need this. This is something I created from just regular cardboard. The reason why it has all this tape on it is to protect the cardboard from all the rolling. This is what you're gonna be using to shape your pampas grass, because we're gonna be using 3 different sizes. You'll see what I mean when I explain. Align this shape to any cardboard you can find. So what I'm gonna do is cut out this shape. Just grab tape. You start from the very top. So let's get into it. So you basically start wrapping the wool around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times, right? Once you do that, you cut. Make sure you're holding it with your back finger. Now you're gonna pass this through, okay? Now see it's come out on that side. Just cut enough so you could tie it. That's basically the gist of it. Don't worry about that. And then tie it. It's not, you're not doing any crazy knots. Just make sure you secure it. Tie it really tight. I like to do 2 just to make sure. And voila, we have our first little baby. What you're gonna do is put your scissors through and snip. So now looking at this, you could see the 2 sides are even, but this part. So what I'm gonna do here is just snip it. You're still gonna do a lot of trimming when you're doing the assembly part, but here we go. So that's number 1. So I've repeated that process and look what I have. I have a couple now. So I'm gonna move on to the next size. I'll just leave this here. You hold this down, roll. 1, 2, stop. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I like to do just a couple more rolls than the first one just because, you know, it's the middle, so I want it to be fuller. Now, it doesn't matter how many times you roll. There's no rhyme or rhythm. You just have to eyeball it. When you roll a few times, as you go on, you'll see what size you're okay with. If you want it chunkier, you know to roll a few times more. If you're okay with it, leave it as is. So now what I would recommend is for the smaller size, roll it like 12 times. As you get bigger, start doing maybe 15, 16. Start doing 15, 16 for the bigger sizes, and don't forget to double knot. There you go. So now, as per usual, take it off, snip. Alrighty, so I've repeated it off camera. This is our medium stash, so small, medium. Let's move over to large, the final stage. So if you remember, we were moving from here to here, and now we are here. So hold this part. I find it easier to roll it this way, so flip it over this way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's leave it at 18. Actually, let me do 19. I'm okay with 19. And you snip. So sometimes it might be like all over the place. Just realign it with your finger. Pass it through. Pull and snip the other side. So now we're gonna tie the knot, double, and small, medium, large. One thing I wish I knew when I was doing these the first few times is to brush it out before I glue it. The reason for that is if you don't do that before you glue it, it's harder. And then actually, the wool starts to fall out. So this is a step I think you should do. So this is ready. I'm gonna leave it there. So guys, this is what it looks like. I've spent time combing them out. You can see that like pampas grass kind of fluff coming up. I love that. That's what is going to give it that realistic wool-like fluffy, I don't know, stuff. So let me start gluing and let's get into it with the glue. This is how you do it. You apply the glue, press down. And you just press down for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I would say 8 seconds. Don't forget, it's 2 sides, so flip it over, press down if you need to, and apply the same. As you notice, I've started using the medium size. I've kind of moved away from the smalls. You started with the small and you graduate into medium. As you know, we're doing 2 sides, so once you start with one side, please ensure to flip it over and repeat the process. Don't forget, it's very important that you apply the glue to the wool as well. Otherwise, it won't really stay, you know, and you don't want it coming off. That would be a disaster. So now we're moving to the very last size, which is the large. All right, now flip it over. It's looking like suya. All right, maybe I'm just hungry. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo! You can see it's pretty sturdy. Make sure you pin down the sides as well. Don't worry if it's giving you an imprint. That won't really show when you're done. So there we go. I'm okay with this. I don't want to glue anything else. This is what we're looking like. I'm going to fluff it out even more. Make sure when you're fluffing it out, you're holding the center. So now you see how it's kind of like looking odd. Like some parts are long, some parts are short. We're gonna fix that. So slowly just start by making the shape. Make that leafy flower shape. Top is usually really pointy. The bottom, just have to clean it up a little. I think I want to make the bottom really fluffy. I like that look. Let me see if I could cut it up. If you're not comfortable freehanding it, please put like a little object as your marker so you don't cut too much from it. And if this is your first time doing it and you're not too comfortable, cut as far away from it as you can. That way, if you cut too, you know what I mean? Like, don't start cutting here. Please do not. Start from the very edge. That way, if you make a mistake, you have enough room to make up from here to here, if that makes sense. As you get to the top, you're cutting upwards. Grass grows upwards. I think, yeah, for the most part, they grow upwards. According to where the sun is, at least. All right, you can see, guys, it's coming together. Like the shape, I really, really like this one. So now, fluff it out completely. You're gonna just keep spinning it around. You see how it's coming together? Oh, I love, this one is nice. For the very last step, unravel it if it gets tangled, because we're gonna revert it back to somewhat of a shape, but you'll see in a minute. Pampas grass normally grows upwards, right? So that's what we're gonna try and recreate. Let's fluff out the top. Make sure you're pulling the top upwards, because that's how it's supposed to look. And I'm gonna apply hairspray to this. This is a secret, because if we put it downwards, it's gonna lay down. We want it to go upwards, so it's more realistic. Here's what we're gonna do. Go crazy. See that? As you spray it, it just takes the shape. Keep spraying, keep spraying. And we are done. Here is the finished look. You could use your fingers to kind of direct it. It's still wet. You need to give it time to dry. But as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just separating it. You can still see that middle bridge that we used to glue it. I could do the same to this side, just to make sure it looks a bit cleaner. But still moving it upward with my finger. That way it knows to dry upwards. And it doesn't fall back down. And even if it does fall down, I mean, it's not gonna stay super duper stiff. It will still fall after some weeks, and it will even make it look more natural. I am again making sure that they're taking shape. It's really, do you see that? The hair gel makes it super duper sticky. So here we are. Here's the finished look, guys. Let me know what you think. DIY Pampas Grass. These normally go for like 20 something bucks. For this size, you could get something for like 15, but I actually found one for 20 in this color specifically. If you want to recreate this, literally go to the dollar store, grab you wool, grab you dowel sticks and super glue, and make your DIY. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Comment, like, share. Make sure you subscribe as well. I will be doing much more DIYs. I usually work on multiple projects as I do my day-to-day home decor. I don't know. I just go on these weird, I don't know, quests to find new ways to make things, because those are the things that excite me. So guys, this is the finished look. We are done here. Look how cute that is. Bloopers. To be honest, I love doing these DIY projects, but whenever I work with super glue, I hate it because I know my fingers are gonna be feeling like rocks the next day. So if you can hear a lot of cars going, I'm right in the city. These freaking sports cars, apologize on their behalf. They're rude.
If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running to you.
Just bear in mind, oh well, we have one. Let's join your friends. There you go.
Dr. Dowel Entertainment.